Hi there, you could Sex Spice, how can I help you?
Hello? Hello?
Hello there.
Hey,
Hello.
how are babies made?
Are babies made?
Yeah.
That's a very interesting question. What makes you ask that?
Because I've just always wondered, but my mum and dad won't tell me.
Alright, have you had sex education at school?
No.
You've not? Okay, because you get that usually when you're at a young age, so what happened?
I just wanted to know.
Alright, okay, so it's quite interesting, you know, if you didn't have sex education, but I'm just curious as to why.
Sorry?
I'm just curious as to why you didn't have sex education.
Because I kind of skipped school.
You skipped school, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not really, it's our job to sort of advise on things like puberty, growing up relationships and stuff like that. I mean, I could go through the basics of how babies are made, but I can't really tell you in detail, you know, if that's okay for you.
Why not?
Because it's not really a job on Sex Spice. We're just here to sort of give you advice on like puberty, growing up relationships and things like that.
Can you give me advice on how to make a baby?
Oh yeah, well obviously if you're making babies, the main way that people would make babies is by having sex.
Uh-huh.
And that would be sort of unprotected sex. But you would only be doing that obviously if you've been in a relationship with someone for a long while, someone you feel comfortable with and stuff. Because you are bringing a new person into the world, really. You know, it's something that needs a lot of thought and stuff like that as well. You know.
But
do you know all about condoms and stuff and what they're used for?
No. What's a condom?
What's a condom? A condom is basically something, pardon me, sorry, that's used during sex to protect yourself from getting infections and from unplanned pregnancy.
Okay, but what's sex though? I don't understand what it is. How babies are made. I heard that you have to make
basically,
sex.
when two people have sex, a man and a woman have sex, and the man's body produces a liquid called sperm, semen, and when that goes inside the woman's body, it can make her fall pregnant, basically.
Alright.
The girl has these tiny eggs inside her body, and if one of the sperm meets one of the eggs, it basically sort of conceives.
Okay, how do I get the sperm out?
How do you get the sperm out? Well, generally by having sex or by masturbating. Okay, but that's sort of that's something you would do on your own, obviously, masturbating, getting to know your own body, really.
Oh, you won't tell me.
What's that, sorry?
Is there some kind of instruction manual I can find?
Not for having sex, no, because everyone does it differently.
Okay.
Okay. But no, it's you can go and ask those questions if you're not too.
So you're not going to tell me how babies are made?
I told you, basically.
But exactly how? I know that the science behind it...
if you mean like the medical way and stuff like that, that's far too complex to go into. You know, that's more...
Where does the sperm come from?
I told you the sperm comes from the man's body.
Where in the man's body?
Well, where do you think?
I don't know.
You must have a clue.
Is it like a surgical procedure?
No.
Do you have to have an operation?
No, it's not a surgical procedure. You don't have to have an operation. I mean, you know it's through sex. I told you it's through sex. But you don't think that sex is a surgical operation, do you?
I don't know. How can you get something out of your body without having an operation?
Well, I'm just curious as well as to know why you can understand words like surgical procedure, but you're not too sure about sex. That's quite a grown-up word to use, surgical procedure.
Well, I know that I don't know. My friends talk about it.
And what have your friends been saying?
That they banged this up the other day.
What, sorry?
They said they banged this up the other day and made her preggers, but I had no idea what they was talking about.
Okay, maybe you're best to ask your friends then.
They just laugh at me.
Well, why would they laugh at you?
Because I don't know what sex is.
Okay. Because you don't know what sex is? Alright, okay. So, I mean, if you don't know anything, you say you don't know anything about sex at all then, no?
I know that the sperm has to meet with the egg, and like they...
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Apart from the stuff I just told you.
But I don't know how that happens, like...
Alright, okay. Well, again, it's like, sex-wise is one of these lines that we don't really tell you how to have sex, you know.
How long does it take for a woman to lay an egg?
Each month, where body releases an egg. So obviously they're born and they have so many eggs inside them. The body starts to release their eggs during puberty, you know, which is about, sometimes for some girls it's as young as 9. And each time the body releases an egg, it's called a period. You know, the reason that the egg has to come out of the body is because there's another one going to take its place. You know, it's not used. You know, that's why when a girl falls pregnant, that her period stops generally.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, how do they like when they lay an egg? Don't they have to sit on it to keep it warm?
No, I think you know that. I think that's why you're laughing as well. You know, I think you know these questions. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, how did you hear about Sexwise? Was it from one of your friends?
No, I saw about it on the internet.
Okay, was it from our website? Yeah.
Yeah, Google.
Okay, excellent. Okay, and have you been through to the Sexwise survey before?
No.
You haven't. Okay, is it okay to pop you through? It's just a bit of feedback for ourselves.
Pop me through to what?
The Sexwise survey. You don't get asked any personal questions or anything. It's all confidential.
Right, well, I'd just like to say thank you very much for your help. I think I understand more. So basically, the man makes the sperm, and that goes to the egg, and then the woman lays the egg, and then after 9 months the egg hatches.
I didn't say anything about 9 months. Where did you get that from?
I don't know. I heard that it takes 9 months.
I think you know a bit more about this than you're letting on, aren't you?
Huh?
You know, I think you know a bit more about this than you're letting on.
What?
So I think you know a bit more about this than you're letting on.
Oh. No.
Yeah, I think you do. And I didn't say anything about laying an egg either. You know, I just said
you did. You said every month they have a period where they lay eggs.
No, I didn't say lay eggs. I said an egg that was released from their body.
Oh.
That doesn't necessarily mean that they lay eggs.
So it gets released, but not laying. Not.
No, it's a very, very small egg. It's one that's microscopic. You can't see.
It's so small you can't see.
Yeah, it's a microscopic one.
How does the woman keep it? Like, how do they not lose it?
How do they not use it? Well, if it's not used,
no.
The only way it would be used if the sperm meets it.
What I mean is, no, I said if they lay an egg, how do they not lose it? Like, you know, if it's so small.
They don't lay the egg. It comes out out of their body in the form of a period, which is basically it's like a lot of blood that comes out with the egg, and you don't see the egg. You can't pick the egg up and like throw it about or anything like that. You can't fry it or anything. It's not one of those eggs.
Oh.
All right.
So, saying a woman lays an egg, where do they? Obviously, it takes time for the baby to grow. 9
months, which you
how do they keep track of where it is?
I didn't say anything. What's that, sorry?
How do they keep track of where it is? If they lay an egg, you know, and it's so small they can't see it, surely they'd lose it or something.
Well, there's obviously very symptoms happen in their body to let them know that they're pregnant, you know, and that's when they start speaking to their doctor more about it.
Okay, I think that's helped me. Just one more thing. What is AIDS?
What's what, sorry?
AIDS.
AIDS?
Yeah.
All right. What do you mean as in AIDS?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I saw it.
It's a form of a sexual infection.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. What does it do?
What does it do? Well, it's like any other infection. It damages your body. I mean, it starts off as HIV, and then it progresses into AIDS.
Oh.
That's what happens generally, and it's most likely one of the most lethal sexual infections you can get.
Do you have AIDS?
What's that, sorry?
Do you have AIDS?
Do I have AIDS?
Yeah.
No, we don't answer personal questions on Sexwise anyhow.
Okay. Do many people have AIDS?
Yes, certain people do, you know, but it's just that it's a case of, you know, you as a person, when you become sexually active, you want to be using protection so that you don't catch infections like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you catch AIDS, it takes HIV, sorry, it takes 3 months usually for the doctors to be able to find it, to diagnose you with it, and then after 3 months it's too late to treat, too late to sort of to get rid of it, so it stays in your body. And depending on you as a person, you know, you might not have many years left.
Oh, why are you talking about that though?
What's that, sorry?
Why are you talking about that?
Why am I talking about it? Because that's what you asked.
No, what I mean is about sex help.
about sexual health, because that's what we do on this line.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I told you before, we talk about growing up relationships, puberty and sexual
Yeah.
health for under 18s.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, are you interested in going through to the survey just now?
Okay then.
Okay, I'll pop you through. Hold on a sec for me, okay? Thanks.
Hello, and thanks for agreeing to tell us
Shall I
what
just
you
put
think
phone
about
down?
the help.